Hi, welcome back to part 2 of 6 exploring the X-Men timeline. So far in the first video, we explored all the way to Apocalypse's birth right before X-Men First Class took place. Before we start with First Class, I'd like to state that this movie is both canon in the original timeline and the revised one, starting with Days of Future and Past, so nothing here will change when I start with the revised timeline. Now let us get into the events of X-Men First Class. Feel free to slow down the video speed in YouTube settings or just endure my fast talking. 1962, Maura McTaggart, a CIA agent, discovers a Hellfire Club while investigating Sebastian Shaw, therefore discovering mutants, which at this point in history, no one had a clue existed for some reason. She goes to her superior for this, but they write her off as crazy. Hence, she goes to Charles Xavier, 30 at this time and newly acquired a PhD, who seems more like a frat boy with a British accent, but anyways, he's somehow the leading expert on genetics and secretly a powerful telepath. Now, the Hellfire Club at this time had blackmailed Colonel Hendry into setting missiles in Turkey and then convinced the Soviet military to do the same in Cuba in order to start a nuclear war and eliminate humans. A little extreme, but hey, so is Slingshire. A historic moment here, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Xavier and Eric Langster officially meet under the sea, quite literally, as they both try to stop Shaw while he was on his yacht. Around this time, Langster was out killing Nazis around Europe, which, okay, damn, and his ultimate goal was to kill Shaw, the man, who I mentioned earlier, experimented on him during his Holocaust days. The two men go to the Division X facility run by the CIA. They meet Hank McCoy. Xavier accidentally outs the poor dude as a mutant with a nice grip on his feet. Oh right, Raven is also there throughout the whole thing, and Hank and Raven are a thing throughout the movies. It's complicated. Hank McCoy also created Cerebro, a very prominent object through every X-Men movie, not counting the ones without X-Men in the title. This prototype Cerebro helps Xavier amplify his telepathic abilities and find the following mutants: Alex Summers, Angel Salvador, Sean Cassidy, Armando Munoz. They also try to recruit Logan, but he flips them off basically in word form. Spoiler alert, Armando dies at Facility X when the Hellfire Club attacks it, and Angel changes sides. The group goes to Cuba with these snazzy outfits. Oh yeah, and Hank messes with the X gene and makes himself look like a blue furry with enhanced strength or whatever. Langster kills Sebastian Shaw while Xavier is controlling him, which, ouch, the poor dude had to feel every moment that damn coin ripped through Shaw's skull. Off track. Anyways, what comes next is what many people in the fandom call the beach divorce, as Eric Langster finally announces that, hey, if Shaw didn't experiment on me as a kid, then he and I would have been besties because we basically share the same extremist views. So he created the Brotherhood, paralyzes Xavier after Moira shoots at him to stop him, and in the end, Charles wipes Moira's memory and plans to open a school for mutant children. The end. Not quite, though. Now, I know that was a lot to go through in such a short time, but in 1963, Azazel and Angel are killed by Project Wide Awake, a secret organization tasked to investigate mutants, and Eric Langster is accused of assassinating John F. Kennedy. In reality, he was only trying to save him, and Jason Stryker, William Stryker's son, is born. 1964, Aurora Monroe, aka Storm, is born, and Eric Langster turns himself into police. He's found guilty and sentenced to 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole. In 1965, Charles Xavier opened Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters. The name of the school was a way to hide to parents what the true intention of the school was. Pretty clever. Scott Summers, Cyclops, and Alex Summers' brother, Jubilation Lee, Jubilee, and Kurt Wagner, Nightcrawler, were born in 1966. 1967, Bolivar Trask founded Trask Industries. This will be very important in a later video. Oh yeah, also Jean freaking Grey is born. 1970 is also around the year when the Vietnam War started gaining momentum, so the US government started to draft men to go to the war. All the young men in Xavier's school started leaving to go to the war. This ends with Charles falling into a depression, getting addicted to a drug designed by Hank to let him walk again, though it suppresses his powers. Subsequently, the school closes. In 1971, Eric Langster was put into a Pentagon prison built by Trask Industries, 1,320 feet underground. And in 1973, Mystique kills Bolivar Trask. In Paris, she leaves her DNA at the crime scene, Trask Industry uses her DNA to further their Centennial program, though that wouldn't be a major problem for another few decades, and they unveil the Centennials program. Hey, Victor Creed kills a senior officer, and both him and Logan are sent to be executed. Their mutation saved them, and they join William Stryker's Team X. Logan eventually quits the team. That is a wrap for part 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for part 3. We will be diving into 3 decades. Good night.